Yo, what's good, guys? What's happening? All right, then. So, welcome to episode 5 of the Traders Reality Crypto Projections. Now, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe so you can get daily updates on what Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are getting up to. We also do look at a few altcoins, but only when those positions start to play. So, today's focus: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, they all dropped, didn't they? I love a good drop, I do. Let's get with it. All right, here we go. So, from last night's stream, I'm sure you were aware that Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP had all took a little tumble. Now, when we look at the grand context of things, okay, we can understand something. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP all came from a weekly move to the upside. All right, now we know this by a W formation forming here, rise level 1, rise level 2. Okay, if you can see that consolidation right there, we anticipated another move to the upside, and that's what we got. Rise level 3 peak formation. Now, Bitcoin, also Ethereum and XRP were extended. Now, we normally see this sort of behavior when the market makers still favor higher prices, and the same goes for when prices dropping as well. All right. When they favor higher prices, they just keep it in a zone where they're preparing people to induce them to go and buy long, to add more positions, where at the same token, getting their shorts filled at the highest possible price. Now, the key clues were this big push to the upside here, and this one here, and then the notable volume occurring at the highs here. All right. Now, in a couple of other videos, I'm going to be talking specifically about levels and cycles on the main Traders Reality channel. So be sure to check that one out. All right. But let's get with the projections of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin completely drops, forms the first level, rise level 1, stop hunt, rise, drop, rise level 2 starts, drop. All right. What are we anticipating? Well, in light of the formations themselves, we know that the first leg of a W formation has to start with several vector candles. When I say several, I mean at least 3. Okay? Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. All right? If we have level 1 here, then level 2, we anticipate the level 2 drop, okay? And then we anticipate another move to the 50 and then price to come back down and then form a peak formation. However, have the market makers fully achieved what they wanted to achieve in sense of accumulating as much liquidity as they could? In other words, have they managed to get longs at the lowest possible price in order for them to send price higher at a later point? All right, this is the question. Now, just look at the long vector candle right here. Look at it. And it even goes further down. Oh, God. All right, so you do have 1, 2, 3, 4 vector candles. Now, what I normally find in the past, what I found is the longer the vector candles, okay, if there's only 1 or 2 vector candles, if they are quite long, that's usually enough for the market maker to really change the trend and go the opposite direction. However, we're operating in the realms of unknown, the uncertainty. We don't know. All we can do is act on when they decide to move out of the range. So where are we at right now? Well, from last night's stream, we were talking about that Bitcoin needed to revert back to the 50 EMA. She's done just that. Okay? Go watch the previous stream last night. Okay? And it will help you understand how and why we anticipated a move back to the upside. She came back into the zone. So could you have traded this? Most definitely. This would have been deemed as an advanced entry. You would have entered long in this area here, and you would have rode it to the first moving average, which would have been either the 800 or the 50. Normally, the 50 EMA, is usually the first target point. All right. So whenever price pulls away from a moving average and forms the first leg of a W formation, the 50 EMA is the first point of call that the market makers will send price to. Why? Because what they've done is they've induced retail traders to believe that there is a crash or, it's time to sell. When they're inducing traders to go short, at the same time, the market maker is getting his longs filled at lower prices. He creates fear. He creates uncertainty. People are scared. They want to get their money and convert it over to USDT because they don't want to lose their monies, okay? Or they induce the retail trader to go short because Bitcoin now has come from a massive move to the upside and it's time to start shorting. The bear market begins, whatever. The only time the bear market starts is when we start seeing selling off, or should I say when the market maker wants to send price to the downside in a controlled manner. All right, this spike to the low, okay, is a fast move, false move. All right, it's not enough for me to believe that price is going to continue lower. Although we do have to accept that they could do that. Nothing is guaranteed in this game, guys. But what I will say to you is if you understand what's going on, okay, you're going to effectively set yourself up to avoid getting caught in situations that the market maker is designed to put you in, okay? So what do we know? Bitcoin comes down and forms the first leg of the peak formation. It rises up to the 50 EMA. What are we anticipating? If the market makers are finished with inducing retail traders to believe that price is going short, when it reverses back to the 50 EMA, it's taking out the stops that the retail trader has been setting, okay, as he's been going short. So he uses the liquidity of the stops to effectively get some of his longs filled, okay, at a higher position. What he then does, is he will then pull price back. I'm expecting Bitcoin to pull back. It needs to pull back for it to fulfill the criteria of the W formation. What could happen is price could actually rise up a little bit more and then decide to pull back to form the second leg of the W formation. But as long as price stays above this area, the W formation will be valid. However, if they do bring price back down and it takes out this low area here, we will anticipate another move to the downside and then a new peak formation will arrive. All right, that's what's important about this, guys. You always have to set yourself up. Okay, now in terms of entries and exits, I could never tell you where to enter or when to exit. You guys have enough information regarding the patterns on how to work that out for yourself. Remember, I can give you signals all day if you want, okay? But I'll give you one signal once a month. Are you going to be happy with that? And I'm going to make sure that it's the most minimal movement, okay? To encourage you to want to know yourself, all right? This game isn't for the faint-hearted. It's not for the lazy. You want to make money in this game. You want to change the way you live. You want to do something different with your life, okay? There is a commitment needed on your end. You have to want to do it, all right? That's how it works in this game. So this is Bitcoin. We know it's currently in the W formation. Rise to the 50, retrace. If it comes back down, forms a support level above this zone, happy days. We should expect to see Bitcoin come out of the zone and rise up and break above the 50 EMA. Once it breaks above the 50, pulls back, continues back to the upside, well, we do have projections to move up to the psychological high up here, all right, which you can see that there. Now, where do I anticipate Bitcoin to go if it does break above the 50? The first port of call will be this zone here. All right, the 62072. Why? Because it's an area where the market makers previously started to build longs at a lower point of the chart, okay? They wanted to get orders filled there. Now, we do have other areas as well. We've got an area up here, all right? So these are effectively the projection points that I'm anticipating Bitcoin to go in the near term. Only on the basis that there is a criteria that is fulfilled right here. Okay? Happy days. Let's go to Ethereum. I mean, look at that. You couldn't ask for anything more. Look at how beautifully she's performing the W formation. Yeah? Beautiful. Coming down, rise to the 50. The 200 and the 50 are starting to effectively looking to cross. The 200 has effectively crossed already on the 50 EMA. But until she fully expands, then I'm not worried about anything. I'm anticipating Ethereum to effectively pull back a little bit more, all right? And then come out of the zone to the upside, all right? Exactly the same as Bitcoin. Here's the first projections, this area here. And then we've got the 2481 and then the 2607, which is above the previous high, okay? So, next coin, Ripple. I mean, look what Ripple's doing. Unbelievable. Let's draw the levels out now. You've got the peak formation up here. You've got the first level. Rise level 1. Excuse me. Rise level 1. Then you've got rise level 2. Okay. Are we anticipating another move to the downside? Once she does move to the downside, what will we see? We should see a peak formation. Let's get that drawn out. Funnily enough, what's down below? The 800 EMA. Do you understand? Are you starting to see it now, guys? This is what we are anticipating across the board. All right? They've effectively formed a weekly pattern, okay? And then they're starting to now use either today as the Monday, the false move week beginning to get everything set up. All right? So what do we anticipate for XRP? Well, XRP should effectively come back down to the 800 EMA. All right. And alternatively, if it's done what it's needed to do in this zone here, all right, we could see XRP form a W formation and then move back to the upside. All right. But as I said to you, always wait for confirmation. Wait until they show their hand. And how do they do it? They shift out of the zone. Notable volumes coming to the upside. That's what you need to be seeing. Forgive me for the disturbances there, guys. All right. So you're pretty much up to date with XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Remember, guys, all right? Proceed with caution. Monday is the false move week beginning. Don't do anything today. Just observe the charts, all right? Pay attention to what they're doing. You'll notice if you go back in time, every time you see a Monday happen, it's dead. There's nothing happening. No moves, just stuck in a boring range. Why? Because the market maker anticipates people coming to the week on a Monday. Start trading. Yeah, I'm going to do my very best. The weekend I lost money. Monday, starting fresh. Let's go, let's go. And then they keep them in a range. They get them to commit their monies. Stuck them in the range, man. I've lost enough money on a Monday to understand that. Be my guest. If you can make money on a Monday, happy days. All right? But experience shows me that Monday is normally the Monday that the start of the week where the market makers effectively finalize the range that they've been building from the Saturday and the Sunday in light of crypto. All right. In Forex, they start on a Sunday night. All right. So I will keep you guys posted. All right. Make sure you check in for tomorrow. All right. When we find out exactly what has happened, where we start the week Tuesday, where the money starts coming in. All right. Have a wonderful day, guys. Peace.